Yes, I haven't uploaded in ages. Yes, that does mean that YouTube revoked my partnership. That's fine. Let's move on from that. So, why did YouTube revoke my partnership? Well, the answer is because I was at university. Doing what, you might ask? Studying classical composition at music school. Isn't that really fun? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was an age of blah, blah, blah. It was basically 4 years of constant trial. And this video is a chance for me to unpack and therapize myself and everything I made over that 4-year period. Isn't that really fun? Okay, so there were 12 graded assignments over the 4-year degree. For each assignment, we'd have to write a piece. And for each piece, there'd be a specific ensemble we'd have to write for. This could have been vocal ensemble or orchestra or whatever, it doesn't matter. In total, including principal study, which was what I'm going to be talking about today, and everything else, I wrote probably about 100,000 pieces. But for only this video, we're going to talk about the graded pieces. So I considered going over these in like a million different ways, but I think the best answer is chronological. We're going to go from beginning to end. We're going to follow Joe's journey over the course of 4 years. We're going to see the ups and downs. We're going to see the mental breakdown. We're going to see myself gooning. We're going to watch me goon. It's not really for you, the audience. This is mostly for me to therapize myself. But if you do stick along, you're going to see a gradual progression from generally normal stuff evolving into what I would best describe as complete insanity. So if watching someone go gradually insane does appeal to you, then I guess keep on watching. I will be attaching a link to a playlist in the description for all of these pieces, the ones that I have the rights to share. So if you want to listen to them before or after, if you love to suffer, go ahead and listen to that. Or don't, I don't care. Finally, just want to clarify, these are my subjective opinions of my own work. If you disagree with me, you should preferably do it in the comments though, because then it drives up my engagement. Oh, my beard's getting stuck in the microphone. Ow! Let's get started. Cast your mind back. It's September or October of 2020. COVID is in a lull right now, but it's kind of coming back up again. We're doing online classes, which I think most people hated. I actually loved online classes because it means I didn't have to wake up. We are already right into it. So we're right into it. We started in September. We're writing a piece in October. The brief was write a 5 to 8 minute piece for solo woodwind. I can't remember actually what the instruments, like what the entire collection of instruments were. The options were like flute, clarinet, which is what I did. Recorder, I think was one, and then trumpet. And I chose to write for bass clarinet because that is the correct choice, obviously. I was interested in this theme of punishment. For this project, specifically, I was interested in the theme of prison punishment. That is the way in which we, as a society, punish people in prisons. I got into these recordings made by an ethnomusicologist whose name I can't remember, but I will put up here. The recordings were of songs sung by prisoners at this prison called Parchman farm. I think the original recordings are still under copyright, so I can't play them, but I will leave a link in the description. But you know what's not under copyright? This music. Let's have a listen to our first piece. Oh god, this is an 8-minute piece. Lovely arpeggios. Really well played. Okay. Oh, we're going down. We're going down somewhere. Oh shit, fuck. I love the sound of bass clarinet key clicks. You can click the keys on it and it goes... So have a listen to that. I think this was an improv section I wrote. I think I wrote in an improv, like improvise. Oh, sorry. I'm interrupting her. Oh, I love that bass. The Chalumeau register. remember this. I'm remembering it now. Okay, it's kind of sickening. Okay, I'm kind of into this now, actually. I don't actually know if what I'm liking is the piece itself or the fact that I just love the sound of bass clarinet. We're trilling. Oh, we led to nowhere. Okay. Edging. I'm being gooned by this piece. There's a fly. There's a fly in the room.
Fudge.
Everybody, stop. There's a fly in the
Fudging.
room. There's a lot of gooning here. That little wow! It sounded so good. I love that. Wow! I was like, wow! It's like, ah! What's this fart at the end? Is that the end? Is that it? There's a fart at the end. I don't know why I put that in there. I think, okay. So when I wrote this script, the script I have in front of me based on the memories I have of this piece, I remember it being really boring and really bad. I actually don't think that's true. I don't think it's particularly interesting. This is an 8-minute recording. I would not sit through 8 minutes of this. But if I was in concert, like sitting in the concert and I was just listening to solo clarinet, I'd be kind of into it. It's kind of fun. It's kind of jazzy. The recordings I talked about, the Parchman Farm recordings, there was one song that went do 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 do, and it was like a walking march or something. I'm not really sure. I was really into that and I wanted to kind of use that. The piece is like a long form edge session. It's like revealing this in little sections over the course of the piece until the end when you can finally let loose your nut. It's a bit appropriative, to be honest. So the context of the Parchman Farm recordings is they are recordings of work songs from a prison of mainly Black American inmates. I'm surprise, surprise, not Black, nor am I, surprise, surprise, American. I have no lived cultural experience of what it means to be like African American and what it means to be African American specifically in like the 1960s or whenever this was recorded. And I think it is weird for me to write a piece that is in any way making any cultural commentary on that, since I have no idea what it's like to do that. Let's look at the score.
Expletive.
What I just realized, do I actually have a data card in this? Okay, so this is the score. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so here, oh my God. Rubato means play without meter, like play just kind of fluidly without a kind of a solid pulse. I wanted a kind of a long form jazz improv energy. And then this is the first time it goes da 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 da. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. It's kind of boring. Okay, so this piece was for duo now, 2 performers. I think I wanted to make a kind of lullaby. I was really into Rockabye Baby, like da 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 dee da dee da. And we have a video. We have a video for this. Okay. Rockabye Baby, yeah. Ooh. Oh, I love trombones though. Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Oh. We're looping. I love this chair here. I'm obsessed with this chair. Oh, dull. That was really boring. That was really embarrassingly boring, actually. I think there's like an essence of an original, interesting idea. There's like a scent. There's a flavor there. In my script, I wrote it was an improvement from the first piece, but I'm actually gonna rescind that. I think it's worse. Let's look at the score. You see tenor trombone 1, tenor trombone 2. So here is interesting. Gradually evolve from a legato movement at the start of the bracket to a pure glissando at the end. So that's like if I were to sing that, it'd be like, oh, it's kind of like that. Oh, another copyright. Hello. All rights reserved.
Beach.
What rights? So yeah, a lot of the other things I also did here was retardandos and accelerandos, which is basically speeding up and slowing down. And I wanted to have this wobbly sensation also appear in the way that time moved. Everything was basically either slowing down or speeding up. Walking pace, as if awkwardly fighting with each other. Well, they were kind of awkwardly fighting with one another in the workshop. Not for reasons in the score. There's a theme appearing here in these two pieces. It's of quotation, adaptation, taking previous material that already exists and kind of interpolating it and stretching it out, warping it and like twist it, bop it, twist. I'm giving this a 1 star because it's really boring. Let's move on. We started with solo, unity, singularity into duality. What is the natural progression of this? One would presume 3, a trio. You would think that, but you'd be wrong. You fool. This next project was called Open Workshop, and it was basically a chance for you to write for any ensemble that you could possibly think of, as long as you can put it together. The main stipulation of the piece is that it must use what is called non-standard notation. So you think of written music. I imagine most people will think of notes and lines and clefs, but music doesn't actually have to be written that way. You could also use shapes or text or lines or video or audio, as long as it somehow encodes the information that you're trying to get the performer to read and interpret into music. I conceived of like creating this mimetic dynasty of like creations that would build on one another and grow from one another. It doesn't really make any sense. So I created this like original stimulus that was meant to be the seed of a creative idea. And then I'd get a bunch of people to make subsequent adaptations or generations of that idea, and then kind of make this family tree that kind of goes on forever or something, I guess. Okay, so this is a website. This is a WordPress. This is the repository to which everyone adds their work, and you would join a specific generation and you would make a work that's derivative of or interpreting a previous generation, and then you'd upload it to the site and it would just kind of store it. A never-ending cycle of art. That's really pretentious. Daughters of Daughters is a multimedia art project created by composer Joe Fraser. Laughable. Created in 2021, Daughters of Daughters aims to investigate how information passes from artists to artist and from medium to medium. Okay, so this is the original seed. Okay, generation 1. This is the generation after the seed was planted. Oh, there's a playlist. Both of these are dead names. We're just going to skip that one. Here we are. Let's play it. Oh,
Fudge.
Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away.
Okay, I really admire the energy. He's giving great energy. I like this. I like this. Generation 2. Generation 2 of this project had participants producing art from the prior generation. Yes, as I made clear. Oh, this track's been deleted. Great, love that. This is like lost media. The dick connected to my walls like a spider. Oh, my sister. Oh my god, she made this. I don't want to read this. It looks like they're on fire, which maybe they are. Generation 3 is currently in progress. You lie, you never lie so much. Come back soon. When is soon? It's been 5 years. Oh, join in. Oh, let's send a message. Charlie Aitchinson, B-movie script. Oh, yes. Submitted it. The first and final submission. So my SD card might have run out slightly. Oh my god, just
Fudging.
Go in, you twat. The question I'm asking myself in this whole thing is, where is the art? Specifically, where is my art? Is that just the original stimulus? And then everyone else can claim full mental ownership over like their contribution? Or is part of my soul in every subsequent generation because I was the one to start the process? I guess that kind of is the spirit of the piece. Its execution, I don't think, is terrible. It's just kind of lacking a full depth of thought. It's kind of amateurish, but that's obvious. I mean, it's first year work. I think the issue is I could have done a lot more reading on the philosophy of like inspiration and adaptation, or even just like meme theory. But I think the core of it is positive. I think what it's trying to do is positive, and it could lead to some potentially interesting discussion. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Moving on. This piece tires me already. The title is so long. It's like a Lana Del Rey song. Ugh. So okay, to give context, there was a historical evidence of romance between Tchaikovsky and some twink called Eduard. And this piece was about that, basically. I think the twink died. So it was for solo percussion, one percussionist playing an array of instruments. This is like an exercise in misery, because I know what this piece is like. It sounds like bones rattling. What was that? Did someone just drop a glass in the recording? Da 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 da. That is a Dies Irae theme. It just means death. It's in basically every single piece of music that in any way concerns death or horror, omens. Yeah, rattling bones. Sounds like a skeleton in a wind chime. Oh, that was nice. Oh. Oh, yeah, this is the improv section. Yeah, I think it's cute. Oh, we have a title page. The first word I read was Eduard, and that was sufficient for me to guess everything else. I think that was a quote from one of Tchaikovsky's diaries when he found out Eduard died. Yes, of course, because the twink dies. Yes, the twink dies. This piece explores the human perception of time. The river of the past is fixed, immutable, its endless possibilities having collapsed into a single stream. But ultimately free diverging meander, traveling through the trees uncaused and undefined. The present stands on the precipice between these ways. Okay, that's cunty. Here we are. This is the score. So this is the temple blocks section, the rattling bones section. I think everything I got was rhythmically from a piece by Tchaikovsky. Rattling bones, then a lot more rattling bones. I find it interesting, the writing scores for vibraphone is really interesting because they always look so cluttered, because the standard is to write them on a single stave. The stave is this line here, like this 5-line stave, which to me looks weird and very cluttered, but it kind of looks nice. His death, that is complete non-existence, is beyond my comprehension. That's so sad. It's from his diary again. This is where it gets interesting. Improvise using notes primarily from the C major scale and its modes. You are not bound to this tonality, but always return to it. Base your improv around the rhythmic cells to the right. Feel free to stretch or contract their durations at will. Yeah, it's just kind of a standard graphics score. I think I wanted to kind of evoke the feeling of like the tide coming out, a wave crashing on the shore. We're all smoke and we all just disappear when we die, or something very pretentious about that. And at the same time, I loved him and love him still. For the crime of boring me to tears, I'm going to give this 1 star. You know what? I'm going to give it a 0 star. 0 stars. Unrated. It's rotten. The tomatoes are rotten. So, strange year for me. This was a very strange year. You can see some themes are beginning to emerge. Themes about quotation and kind of warping and stretching things that already exist and kind of taking things out of their original context and making them feel new or something. It's lacking consistency and depth of exploration, lacking verve and flair that I think the later pieces are going to show very much. I think I just need more. Like, I need more commitment. I need more dedication. I need more verve. Verve is the word I need. I need verve. I need verve. I need verve. Give it to me. If I were to associate the first year with a single word, I would say plain. Plain Jane. Stay tuned for year 2.
Like and subscribe please. Year 2 will be posted at some point in the near or far future.